This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Let's get right into the news. Will Busta Rhymes. Nobody will battle him. Nobody will battle him in a Versuz. Okay, people are refusing to battle him. He was on an episode of Versuz, and you see him with Crazy Legs in the crowd and Swiss Beats. All right, so first of all, I don't know why he's standing next to Crazy Legs. That guy has a lot of allegations against him, but that's even though he's a legend, you know, for Rocksteady crew. But anyways, Crazy Legs went on IG. He's a worthy one. Let someone battle him, and then Fat Joe's scared to do a Versuz with Busta Rhymes, and so is everybody else. Said on Instagram, you know, T.I. was. Everybody's running from it. Nobody wants to go up against Busta Rhymes. I think Eminem's the only person that could really, you know, just for like. Because they're both quick, you know, with on their toes, you know, when they come up with battle rhymes and stuff. That would be a good one, honestly. I mean, their catalogs might speak a little bit differently, but you know, honestly, I think that's a great matchup. Eminem and Busta Rhymes, their energy matches. Yo, what's up with this fake Drake thing? This guy doesn't look like Drake at all. Am I the only one that doesn't see it? What, because he put a heart in his head? He looks like maybe he could be Drake's cousin. But it's like, come on, man. Meek Mill talks possible retirement from rap. So he does this long interview. He said, I'm going to retire from rap in the next 5 years. He's 34. I don't think he's 34. I think he's more like... You know, people be faking their age, so I don't know how old they are, but I think he's like a little bit older, like 36 or 37. Anyways, he says, I've been rapping since I was 23. You've been rapping a long time before that. 23. You say you're 34 10 years ago. That's when you arrived on the scene. I remember him being on DVDs and stuff when he was like, I mean, if this is true, 19, right? I don't know, man. But anyways... you know, is he going to be able to quit in 5 years? I think he still has a lot more to prove. You know, after this last album, I think this was a confusing album for him, but he did show on that album. He did have some Meek Mill songs on that album, Still Expensive Pain, but then he had these experimental songs I noticed, right? And I was like, if he just gets back to being himself, and not caring what anybody else thinks, and not caring about what the results are, I think he'll never have to retire from it. I think he could go another 10 years with a solid fan base. Like, you know, maybe Wiz Khalifa's going to come on the scene and not sell. When Wiz Khalifa drops, I don't think he's going to be doing numbers like he did before, but he has a core fan base that'll always buy his music. Even when like a Benny the Butcher or Conway drops, they have a core fan base that buys their music, you know? So like Meek Mill has at least 90,000 people, we see, that will come out and buy it, right? Even if it was 60,000 each time, if he's independent, he's going to make a lot of money, man. At this time, I'll still be making music, going on tour, making albums for the next 6 months and being away from my family for that long. No. Let the young guys come up next, move me out the way. 4 or 5 more albums before that happens. I mean, if he wants to retire, I would just drop an album each year for the next couple of years and just retire. He could do it. And not buy any more Phantoms or anything. He also talked about doing an NFT, but if anyone's going to do an NFT, I would do it couple months. You don't know what's going to happen when they start regulating things, and that might happen. You got Young Thug talking about he was not trolling Lil Wayne by naming it Barter 6 or whatever. Yes, you were. Stop. That was a weird situation where, remember, Birdman and Wayne weren't getting along, but Birdman was friends with Thug, and it just became a weird situation, and he kind of played off it. He was a lot younger. Like, I think he was like 20 when he came on the scene 10 years ago. You know, was that 10 years ago or 7 years ago? 8 years ago? I would say 8 years ago. It was like 2012, 2013. I remember the Gucci Man Trap God dropped around like 2011, 2012. He was on that, and then he kind of like after Gucci went to jail, he said I was one of the assets that Gucci Man got rid of to raise money for his lawyers and stuff, and I was free at that point, direct with Atlantic. Anyways. He said, I don't troll. That's corny to me. He was trolling a lot. I like Young Thug a lot, man. But he was trolling a lot when he first came on the scene. And, I'm sure he's not into that now because he's like in his own space. But he was trying to figure out where he was going to be at that point. I kind of got it. It was a little weird. And, he got criticized for it. I even criticized him for it. But, that's part of finding out who you are as a rapper. Drake finally unfollows Kanye West. He finally gets the guts to do it. Lastly, Eminem opened this restaurant called Mom's Spaghetti. And this Bengals player, what's his name? What's his name? Jack the Giant from the Bengals. Sports fan tweeted, Carmen. Okay, so he said, I would not recommend eating Mom's Spaghetti when you visit Detroit. Then he started getting, bashed, right? And he says, for your information, I did not actually go to Mom's Spaghetti restaurant. I was in Detroit. I was referencing Eminem's song lyrics. And I was like, huh? I mean, okay. Is he talking about... Wait, Eminem would talk about... I'm not a huge... I don't remember all Eminem's lyrics. Lose Yourself lyrics. Upon its launch, Eminem even surprised taking orders. Let's see, Lose Yourself. He recently opened up a restaurant famous Lose Yourself lyrics. Anyways, this guy shouldn't have joked about someone's restaurant because now they're going to probably have bad reviews just upon that tweet. Not a good look for him because they could come and say, hey, you ruined business for us for the past 2 weeks. Pay up. Anyways, guys, that's about it. I will check you guys on the next one. I hope you guys are doing well. It's JordanTower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button. It's a lot of slow... That the reason I was so late dropping a video today was I didn't want to just drop it with just 1 or 2 things. I wanted there to be at least 5 things because that's the kind of day we're doing. And I didn't want it to be just a boring news thing, even though this one wasn't so exciting. But anyways, this is JordanTower JT News. Smash that like button, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.